Back at Peace Creek Farm building our cellar. And I have a question for you, Alan. You guys have been working so hard. You can see the progress. What is this screen for? I'm recording you too, by the way.
Remember we went over the nomenclature of that woven piece of stuff yesterday?
Yes, line.
Right. Think of mariner terminology. Remember? Hey, matey, please pass me a mooring string.
Yeah.
No, that ain't gonna happen. Mooring line.
Yep.
And
the name for this.
I'm trying to be funny here.
I'm trying to make sure I have enough enough battery.
Yeah, well,
So this is called.
That is a line block.
Line block, and this is called properly.
Oh, this is metal lath.
Metal lath,
Yeah.
and what is its purpose?
Well, we're putting it under the bond beam and over the bond beam, which is this lateral tube of grout we're going to pour from above. And it comes down these.
Oh, so these are the ones that are going to have, that are going to be filled, right, with concrete?
Yeah, because I'm going to lay these
I see.
type block on them. They're called bond beams.
Awesome. There is so much to learn in this.
These are to keep the stuff from flowing sideways into cells we don't want it to go into.
Ah.
We're going to have the same thing going on above the bond beam.
The rationale. Thank you. That's what I was digging for. And you said something really interesting about feathering in when we put the mortar here, that you don't want too much right up against the wood, correct?
I'll show you right now.
There's this one too.
Watch this. And then you feather it like this. So when the block settles, you're trying to keep this mortar out of between, you don't want it pooching up in between the block and this door jamb.
I see.
Could be a window jamb, same thing. Every course, you always feather it.
That's a great thing to learn.
When that smooches out with the weight of the block, it does fill the void going that way, and we don't care if it doesn't either. It's good enough if it's an 1/8 inch away from it.
That is really a helpful tip, and I remember another helpful tip if anybody hadn't, and most people know this, but I noticed how you laid all the corners first. Yeah, I think we covered that, but
you put the corners up first, and then that gives you the elevations.
And probably has a lot to do with keeping it square.
Yeah, and then you pull up the corners a tight line. You don't let it sag at all.
I see that, a line.
You could have 3 very strong men like your husband pulling for all they're worth on a 100-foot wall, and it's still going to have a sag. So you have a bricklayer out in the middle with a, it's a little gizmochi, a trig. They just call them twigs, like a tree twig, but it's really a trig. A match cover will work, a paper match cover, if you lose all your trigs. You put them out in the middle on a 100-foot wall, even though some grown men, strong men, 3 or 4 of them pulled.
Oh, I see. It's
think how tight a line can be, but there's still enough sag. So one guy sights. I was telling Ken, a bricklayer with good eyes, he just sights down through there. You can get it within a 1/16 of an inch. You tell him up or down. The guy out in the middle setting the trig block, he goes up and down, and then he puts a trig on there.
Well, that's good things to know. And for people building a root cellar, just this good tight line will do. There is so much to going into that.
But it's harder building a sag into something, or a curve into something, or a camber into something than something that's straight. And I'm going to show you a trig. And they're staring right back at me here. And
well,
if I can't see one, they're right here.
There's the miracle lime Alan mentioned to sweeten up old, old mortar mix, yeah.
This is crazy, I'm not finding a trig.
I know I jammed them in there. And I guess if I can't find them, I can't find them.
That's okay. We're going to film again, so.
And, hey, maybe I didn't even put them in because I knew I didn't need them here.
Oh, because
I
it's
don't
not
need
that
them.
long.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Well, that was good for another little segment of filming.
oh, okay.
Thank you. You guys, this looks amazing. Ken, why is that long piece of rebar in there?
That's what holds all this in. I mean, when the concrete goes around that, it'll lock it in.
Oh, I see.